G'day there everyone, Daniel Anderson here, and in this video we're going to take a look at a new app that you may have seen in Microsoft Teams called Updates. Now this app kind of slid into the App Store there without much fanfare or announcements or anything like that, so you may not even have seen it or come across it yet. So hopefully this adds some value, and you may find a scenario where you may just find it useful and begin to use it. So let's just jump in and have a look and have a walkthrough of the application itself. Now, the Updates app in Microsoft Teams is an app that is intended to save people time and energy by helping them create, submit, and review different types of updates right in the flow of work. Now, whether it's recurring processes that happen on a regular basis or in the moment updates that need to happen at any given point in time, this application is going to make it really easy to manage all of these in one place. Now, as you can see on the screen here, you're presented with two tabs, and in the top rail here, we've got a Submit tab and we've got a Review tab. So the Submit tab is all the updates that I have got access to. And you can see this top section here, we've got a Scheduled section. Those are for these recurring updates that have been assigned to me. Or we've got a section here called Important Updates. Now down below here, we've also got this section called Your Submissions. Now this here is all the updates that I have submitted or the logged in user has submitted. You'll also see in the top right hand corner that I've got the ability to create and manage these templates here as well. All right. Now, every update is basically just a Microsoft form. So if I open up one of these, you can see that we're presented with something that's probably pretty familiar to you in the user interface here, and that is a form. All right. So we can go ahead and fill this form out and hit submit. Okay. Now, if we jump into this section here where we can create and manage templates, we're presented with a Manage Template screen. And again, you can see here, these are the templates that this logged in user has already created. We can see that a few are enabled and one is disabled. Now, we can create a new template from scratch, or we can start with a pre-existing one and modify that. All right, so the one we're going to make use of here and to go through this process is a project progress update. All right, so I'm a project manager. I might want to get updates, daily updates from my team, and we're going to use the Mark 8 project team as an example. So I'm going to click on Progress here, and you can see that I get a preview of what this template is. Now, remembering we can update this and edit it and change it and add fields that we need to as well. So I'm going to pick this template, and we can give this template a title. So let's just call this Mark 8 project update. We can give it a description if we want to, and then we click on next, and here we've got the form design. Here is where we can create all the things that we want presented to the submitters. So you can see we've got the name, and it's built on the template. We've got all of these fields that are already there. So if we don't want to have, maybe we don't want to have this project name. So let's delete this, okay? Because it is going to only be for the Mark 8 project anyway. So we'll remove that as there's no need. Then we can also add, if we want to, choice, text, or dates. All right, so if we wanted to add any more fields to this, then we could also do that. We can click next, and here we're entering the workflow settings. We've got a couple of different things here that we need to fill out. So the submitters, so who are the people that are able to submit? Now, we can choose from a Microsoft team or a group here as well. So I want every person in the Mark 8 project team to be a submitter of this form. But we could, if we wanted to, just say, right, I only want Alex and maybe Adele to fill this form out. So there is potential there to have different forms for different people. But in this case, what we're going to do is we are just going to say, right, all of the Mark 8 project project team, you are submitters of this form. Now, the viewers here, so people that can view all of the submitted forms or the submitted updates, we are going to say, right, Megan is, we've got Adele is, and maybe, I can't remember if Nestor is a part of this project or not. He is. So we're going to have these 3 people that are viewers of all of the submissions. We've also got an advanced section here. Now, this is where we can, if we wanted to make this a recurring, repeatable update process, then we could set the repetition here. Now, let's say every week, and we can then select every single day that we wanted people to submit their update. So we're going to leave it on for every single day. Let's choose the first thing in the morning, let's say 10 o'clock. And then you can see here that the submitters will be reminded 2 hours before the time. So here it'll be 8 o'clock, and then they'll be reminded as well. Now, because we're in Microsoft Teams, it does use the activity feed. So any updates or things like that will be pushed out to the user's activity feed. So now that we've got this all set, we are going to publish this update. So it'll do its thing. It's then going to publish. I'll get also get a notification as well, and you can see here that we've got the daily Mark 8 project update. You can see I've just added this here. The toast notifications have popped up, and you can see I've got some activity happening. Now, I'm just going to bring another user's Teams interface over here, bring it onto screen. So here I'm logged in as Alex. So you can see here in Alex's activity feed, you can see that he's now got an update from Megan. And you can see here, Megan wants you to submit an update, and Alex can then go ahead and submit his update, his daily update. If I hit on the updates app inside Alex's Teams here, what we will also have now is a scheduled update assigned by Megan that is due tomorrow at 10 a.m. All right. So Alex, as a submitter, can click on this and fill out this form. Let's just add some random stuff in here. There's nothing blocking. We don't need additional support. Let's submit that across. All right. So Alex has now submitted that. All right. That will also then appear in Alex's submissions on the home page of the Updates app. And you can see here, there's the submission. Now we can also see that if I drag this across here, this is Adele. She was one of the viewers. And you can see here that she's got now a pop-up notification to say, and an entry in the activity feed that Alex has sent an update to view. All right, and Adele, as a viewer of that update, will be able to view that. All right, so if Adele now pops into the Updates app here, this is where the Review tab comes into play. All right, so you can see here that Adele has got 2 scheduled update tasks, no important, and she hasn't submitted anything yet. But when she goes into the Review section, you can see that we've got, let me expand this, we've got the daily Mark 8 project update, and you can see that it's 5% complete. There's 18 unsubmitted and 1 that has been submitted. So remembering that we added the entire Mark 8 project team to the submitters. So that's where that number comes from. And you can see down the bottom here that we've got 1 here that has been submitted by Alex to review. Now, when I click on this, then I'm going to be able to view that submission like so. All right, and I can have a look at what that submission was. Now, if I click on this tile here, Mark 8 Project Update, I'm taken into that entire update. And you can see that I've got an aggregation of all the updates that come in and when they come in. So you can see June 14, and I've got Alex. So if somebody else submits, then their submission will appear there too under that given date. All right, and we can expand and contract those dates there too. Now, I mentioned before that this is built basically on Microsoft Forms. So if I now jump out into, if I go back to Megan, and you can see that Megan's also got a notification here to say that Alex has submitted an update. But if I go into Microsoft Forms here, what you'll notice is that everything is kept and submitted to a Microsoft form. So I've got all the power of Microsoft Forms. I can export it. I can view everything inside of Microsoft Forms like we normally would have if we were just creating a form. Okay, so we can see here that I've got all of any update process that I've created in Teams comes into this form here. And you can see that I've got that one submission and it's been, I can view the results if I want to as well. I can scroll through here, but you'll also notice that it's in read-only access and can't be edited. So the only way that we can update this is via the Updates app in Microsoft Teams. Okay, so if we wanted to export the updates, export the results, connect it to Power BI, or do some analytics or create some graphs, then we've still got the capabilities and the ability to do that. So if I wanted to change this, I can then, as Megan, as the person that did create this, we can also then edit this template. So we can see here we've got an overview, the title, the submitters, the viewers. We can disable it or enable it if we want to, but we can also edit this as well. And we can go back into this form. We can jump into form design, and we could, if we wanted to add or remove different fields that we wanted to or needed to there. If we needed to add additional viewers, then we could do that in here as well. All right. So it's a simple app. Helps people to, if there are recurring tasks or things like that that need to be completed, then it is an easy way for people to create those and submit those inside of Microsoft Teams. Because what you will see, there's a number of different templates that we can start from. We used an example there of a project update, but it might be a stock take or an opening process or a checklist or something like that that needs to be done even on a daily basis. Then we can also set those up. So as an example, if I jump into new template, you can see that we've got a number of templates that we can start from. Daily, weekly, monthly updates, shift handovers, store opening processes, even performance reviews we could potentially use to manage through this Updates app as well. Another way that we can interact with the Updates app in Microsoft Teams is via the conversation dialog box as well. So you can see I'm in the Mark 8 project team and I'm inside of a channel called Incident Reports. So one of the ways in which we can use this inside of a conversation is that we've got the icon that's been added to the bar down the bottom. We can click on updates and then we can do a couple of things here. We can write an update, we can request an update. So if I'm a team leader or a team owner, I can request an update from all of the team members here as well. I can write an update. So when I click on write an update, you can see that I've got everything that I've got access to, and I can write my update through here and it will post to the channel. I've got all of my scheduled updates that have been assigned to me here too, so I can write those updates through this process. But if I'm a manager or a team owner, then one of the things that is very, very handy is being able to request an update on the spot, a one-time update. So if I'm in a team and maybe what we'll do, let's create a new channel called the Updates channel. So we'll just call it, Project Updates. project updates, and we'll just add that. So it's going to create this channel. Now inside of this channel, we can start a new conversation and we can interact with the updates app from here. So this is where I'm going to post all of our requests for updates. So I'm going to request an update from our team, and I'm going to, let's say, request a on-the-spot update. So what we might do is just say, let's just use the weekly update as an example here. So we'll pick this template. We won't make any changes to it. Then we can see the form here. We can add new ones if we want to. Now, what we want to do is we just want to do it one time. So we'll do it one time. And then what we'll do is we will publish this. So when I hit publish, that's going to create this post. It's going to automatically post it to this channel. But then you can see here that a couple of toast notifications has popped up, and all the members of that team now have now got, if I drag Adele's over here, and we've got the activity feed to notify me that Megan's wants me to submit an update. I'm taken directly to that channel. This is in progress. And as an end user and a member of this team, I can write my update directly from this adaptive card here. So I'm interacting with it directly from this team's channel. I can do I can submit my update directly from there. So I've posted that as Megan, as the team or as the project lead. That's posted out to all the members of this team for us to now write an update on the spot inside of Microsoft Teams, and I don't even need to visit that updates app. So just another way that we can interact with the updates app inside Microsoft Teams. There we have it. I hope that brings you some value. The Updates app inside of Microsoft Teams. It is a nice, simple, easy way to create update processes and also to submit and receive those as well. So I hope that brings you some value. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.